uh, Coach Brian Mahoney, Associated Press. Right in front of you.
Right.
Obviously, you know how this works. Steve Kerr makes his move. Everyone says, let's see what David Blatt can do. Is there a move for the Cavs? And real quick, LeBron said his biggest challenge was going to Boston in 2012, down 3-2. For you, how does this compare to something like maybe Eurobasket in 07, where you're going and playing the world champs on their home floor?
Well, you know, I think that we've made more than our share of adjustments throughout the course of the entire playoffs, not only in this series. And, you know, every game brings out new things and certainly presents new challenges. If you look at the one game, you know, it makes you think, okay, we got to change this, that, and the other thing. And if you look at the 4 games, in 3 out of 4 of those games, we were pretty good doing the things that we did. So I think you'll see a combination of both of those possibilities. You know, we got to continue to do certain things really well, and you know what we need to change, we will.
Dave McMenamin, ESPN.com. You guys, I think, were 6 for 29 in open looks in Game 4, and it was the 3rd game in 5 nights. How much of the total result of the game can you rationalize just based on we missed shots and our guys were tired?
Certainly part of it. But, you know, that's the game. Some nights the ball doesn't go in for you, so you have to do other things better. And in looking at the tape, that stat is pretty accurate, was pretty telling and pretty significant, but there were enough other things in that game that we could have and have to do better in order to win even a game like that.
David, will you look to go deeper on your bench just to give your starters a little more of a break, or will you stick with pretty much the 7-man rotation?
Well, you know, the funny thing about that is that Golden State played 7 guys in the game as well. But we did appear to be fatigued. We did let down somewhat. It was the 3rd game in 5 games for us, and we've been a little bit shorthanded for quite some time now. So if that's necessary, that's what we'll do.
David, Josh Weir from the Canton Repository.
I'm talking loud because I can barely hear you. So if I'm yelling, I'm sorry. I just barely hear you guys.
If you, how confident are you that you could put in Sean Marion after him not playing much in this series? How confident are you that he could come in and make an impact? And if so, what makes you feel that way? What gives you confidence in Sean?
Well, first of all, you know, I'm not sure why you're picking out any one particular name. You know, unless you want to suggest to me what the next rotation should be. But listen, we got a lot of experienced players on our roster and a lot of guys that have been through these battles before. Some of the guys have not played a whole lot. Our results have been pretty good as we've been playing. But again, I believe in those guys and in their ability to step in if necessary and do what needs to be done.
Chris Haynes, Cleveland.com. Coach, much is being made, obviously, about their adjustment and playing small ball to start the game off. But you guys did start the game off 7-0. Tristan had a couple offensive rebounds, and it seemed like the size was really going to, work to you guys' factor. What happened? Like, what did y'all go away from something at that point? What happened after that?
You know, I'm not going to sit here and give away too much. There are things, as I said, in that game that we could have done a lot better, and that Golden State did do a lot better. And we got to lock in on those things. We got to come with greater energy and greater purpose, and a higher sense of urgency than we had in the last game. We've had a couple of days here to recover. I believe that's going to be helpful. This is a tough series for both teams. A lot of things happening. And, you know, it's the best of 3 to win the NBA championship, the world championship. So, like the situation we're in, like the challenge that's in front of us, and can't wait to play tomorrow.
David, Jeff Zilgett, USA Today. David, over here. The fatigue factor, we're talking about it, you've mentioned a little bit. How much does an extra day fully help? And what is done in those days to make sure that the recovery is good enough to be able to have the effort you had in 1 through 3?
Well, it certainly helps. Doesn't guarantee anything, Jeff. You know, you still got to come and play. But it certainly helps. At this time of year, we're getting close to, both teams are getting close to their 100th game being played. You don't over-practice. You spend a lot of time in recovery mode, active recovery, treatment, rehabilitation, and a lot of rest. Working as much on the mind as you do on the body. And, you know, hoping you can come out and be focused and be responsible in everything that you do on the court.